had the #1 movie, comedy special, and pop song.
It was unprecedented.
It's like a miracle.
From stand-up comic to big screen sex symbol. That's what they said. I didn't say it.
First of all, every time I've been fortunate to sit across from you, I can't believe it. I just want to say again how much of a fan I am of your work.
Oh, thanks, bro.
So in the doc, you talk about this, and you told me this many years ago during an interview, your love of ridiculousness. What are you going through because the show has been canceled?
Did Ridiculousness get canceled?
They finally canceled it.
Well, Ridiculousness will live on and on and on and on because they have a gazillion episodes, so. But why? I wonder why they canceled it. They canceled it or did they quit?
You know something? I don't know what happened, but they're not making any more. I think
I would imagine that Rob probably said, "We got enough of these. Let's move on." Because why would they? It's just why would they stop it?
Listen,
it's the best show on television. It's the best show on TV.
I really think some of those episodes, though, they show some stuff, and I'm convinced someone died right after the camera ended because it's crazy shit sometimes they show.
But you know what I love about the show? The audience is the star of the show. It's the audience is the star of the show. It's no stars, no need to know anybody's names. You can't make any judgments, and it's all around the world. And you see something, and it'd be, what the fuck was that? Then they're on to something else. And it's like, you can't beat it. 100%. I told you, I likened it to Jodorowsky's movies. Alejandro Jodorowsky, who directed El Topo and Santa Sangre, Holy Mountain, is really avant-garde director. Ridiculousness makes me think of his movies. It's similar, crazy imagery.
I really want to start, another thing I want to say is I thought the doc was excellent. And one of the things I've always wondered about you, which the doc goes into, is how did you survive the 80s when so many others had drugs and drinking and all these other problems? And you talk about how that never interested you. But did you ever, I'm just so curious, did you ever come close? Was there ever any peer pressure? Or did you have the ability, because you are you, to be like, fuck off, I'm not interested?
I never had any interest in, hard stuff. I smoked weed. When I turned 30, I smoked weed. And I had one time in my 20s where I went to the dentist and the dentist gave me Percocet.
Oh, Percocet.
He gave me Percocet. And I remember I was sitting at the dining room table and I said, I feel good. And Fruity that worked for me, he was like, yeah, that's them Percocets, man. I was like, really? Oh, wow. So I finished that prescription. I remember finishing that Percocet prescription. And I remember being out. You know what made me stop taking them? And he didn't even know this story. I was at a club. I was at the Comedy Store. And I had taken a Percocet. And I was Percocet and then smoked a joint. And that combination made you feel like,
sure.
So I was sitting in the club and Pauly Shore came up to me, who owns the Comedy Store, comedian. And he was like, hey, you don't even look like yourself tonight. And I was like, really? Who do I look like? And he said, some other dude. Walked away. And I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking with this no more. He said, I look like some other dude. I was like, what was I looking like?
You've done so many things through your career. If you could actually go back to the beginning and tell yourself some advice, is there anything you would actually say, like, don't do that project, or you should have said yes to this? You know what I mean? Or is the trajectory perfect?
Yeah, I don't have any regrets over any of the work that I did. Because even the stuff that the few things that I did that sucked, that you learned something from them, and I made a bunch of money to do it. So I can't be sitting around talking shit about that stuff. So everything worked out the way it was supposed to. The advice that I would give myself is don't take it too serious. This is a game, and it should be fun. You make people laugh for a living, so you should be having fun when you're doing this. So I try to, only do stuff that I'm having. If I'm having fun, then the audience is gonna laugh. I've never, ever once had fun doing something and it didn't work.
The doc gets into when you came back to SNL and hosted right before COVID, December 2019. It is a effing spectacular episode when you came back. And I'm so curious, and I think I speak for all SNL fans, do you think you'll ever do it again?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just looking for the right moment and the right time and stuff. Well, absolutely. SNL is it's part of the culture. feel like I'm part of it. It's home, like a home. I've always, even when I hadn't gone back to the show for years and years, I still felt a connection to the show. And I feel a kinship with everyone that's ever worked on that show and been involved with that show. I feel connected to them. So absolutely to go back.
I honestly hope it's this season, but I'm almost out of time. I am so curious about you playing George Clinton and Pink Panther, which I heard are your next two projects. What can you tease about your version of George Clinton? Have you been like practicing? Like what can you say?
I've just been watching a lot of George Clinton stuff. I tell you, it's funny. If you can think of two characters and further away from each other, Inspector Clouseau and George Clinton. It's like doing one like a hard left. I haven't, when I do something, when I do a character in a movie, I'm playing it. There's not a lot of studying the character or anything. It's like I watch some films, like when I did Rudy Ray Moore, I watched some stuff. In George Clinton, I watched some stuff. And then once I kind of get a feel of their rhythms and got a pretty good idea of how I'm going to play it, then I don't do any other prep.
I got to go. I'm just going to say, sir, it's always a pleasure to sit across from you. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, brother.